Ba-dum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. It's the bottom of the hour. Y'all rocking with the best. I know, that's why y'all here. Before we get into it, we're gonna hit you with a rap break. Y'all know how we do. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. It's your boy Big Vern. Coming to you live from the Amp Studio. We pushing a new album this month. The Clips, Pusha T, and Malice. Let God sort them out. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorite on the track is Chains and Whips with Kendrick Lamar, POV with Tyler the Creator, So Be It, Inglorious Bastards with Ab Lever, So Far Ahead with Pharrell Williams, Let God Sort Them Out. Chandeliers with Nas is probably one of the wildest tracks. I mean, just from the way the transition and the beats pick up. And Nas is always going to bring the rhymes. I'm like, wow. The AR in the Saints' mouth? Come on, bro. Again, we actively listen to hip-hop around here. And by the grace of God, that one's heavy too. Clips. Let God Sort Them Out. Pusha T and Malice. In stores now. Yo, shout out to the Clips doing their thing. Like I say, Let God Sort Them Out. It was a dope LP. Make sure you go ahead and get the LP. So we're going to go from the world of boxing, going to pivot, talk a little bit of NBA and the association. Mr. Terry Rozier is found innocent of gambling. Yep. And before I get into this, before I get into weeds, if you don't want these athletes and all of these other sports figures to gamble, then you have to get legalize gambling. You have to get it all out of sports, because it's an oxymoron for the league to be saying, hey, look, we're going to punish you for gambling, but gambling sites actually pay us, and they pay our superstars to come on and promote their products. There should be no reason why a professional sports team is invested in a gambling business, but then they want to punish the workers for doing what they took money to do. This is just dumb. However, this is also a story they try to keep on the low, because Rozier, he's been under investigation for quite some time, allegedly betting on games while he's playing in the NBA. Spokesperson for the league, Mike Bass, he came out and gave a statement that the league is cooperating with the federal prosecutors, but at this time, Rozier has been cleared. So the NBA is saying that this man, we can't find any record of him ever doing this. So by our standards, he's cleared. However, we're still going to cooperate with the federal government. Now, why would the federal government still be investigating a guy when his own employer said they couldn't find anything on this dude? Again, unusual betting patterns. This is what this picked up. And that was said to have popped up in 2023. This is going back for 2 years when Terry Rozier was still playing for the Charlotte Hornets. The league claimed that it saw no violations made. So, just so we're all on the same page, AI fingered this man as a gambler, and he's fixing games despite human investigations that turned nothing up. Because you said unusual betting patterns. People don't talk like that. That's computer speak. Unusual betting patterns when he played for Charlotte, but now he plays for Miami. He's been under investigation for 2 years. You found nothing, and you've cleared him as the employer. However, the federal government, we're still cooperating with you because you haven't closed the case. Now, is any of this right? I don't know. But I tell you what I do know. Time for a rap break. We'll be back on the other side of the content. It's your boy Big Bird. Give me a beat. What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy Big Vern. We got another rap album. I know, it's like Christmas in July around here. Larry June and Cardo got wings. Until Night Comes. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is 50s in the City, Black Man, Y'all Feel Me, with Larry June, Cardo Got Wings, and E40. Gotta Be Loved, and Still Game Related with Payroll Giovanni and HBK. Until Night Comes with Larry June and Cardo Got Wings. In stores now. Yo, shout out to Larry June doing his thing. So I thought the album was dope. Make sure you go ahead and get that. So when we left off on the other side of the content, I was telling you that Terry Rozier he's actually being persecuted at this point because the feds, they wanted to say when this man was playing in Charlotte, there was irregular betting patterns. However, the NBA, his employer, has been investigating him for 2 years and they came up with nothing. So his employer says, hey, look, we can't find anything. So he's cleared, meaning he's innocent. The federal government using this algorithm and AI to catch this guy because the AI failed and the tech failed and they got egg on their face and they don't want to come out and say it. So they're like, okay, we're still going to leave the investigation open. Is any of that fair? I don't think so. I don't think any of this is fair. And if you're Terry Rozier, do you sue the federal government? Because we're going into year 3 of them still trying to find something on this man about gambling, even though there is no there. There is no there. And the fact that the feds won't let this go and are going to keep this investigation open, despite the NBA saying, hey, look, we didn't find anything. We'll cooperate with you. We'll turn over all of our records and all of our investigation, and you can have at it. I don't know. Because this is the final year of Rozier's 4-year contract worth over $96 million with the Miami Heat. And he gives the Heat a cap hit of over $26 million if he just stays around. So again, if this was Miami looking for a just cause to go ahead and cut him so to save on cap space so they can get some help down there for Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo, this is a pretty shitty way of doing it. You factor in his age and his contract expiring. Now, he's trade bait at worst. He's trade bait at worst, and he could possibly face a blacklisting in the NBA like Mark Jackson. Let's not act like he's not blacklisted. Please stop it. But with them, when I say them, I mean the government and those folks not coming out and vindicating him 100%, saying, hey, look, we had it wrong. They're just going to leave this open. And that's a cloud of doubt over his head and his career when he's never been accused of anything like this. And other teams, because his contract is expiring, they're not going to take a chance on him. Because you don't want the federal government all in your business. And if that's the case, if he's saying, hey, look, I still have some good years in me, I've got 1 or 2 years, and it was taken from me because of the federal government and this sham investigation, he's right. Now, I don't know what lawyer is willing to take that and argue against him, but it'll probably be a landmark case nonetheless. But where do you sit if you're being fair and you're being objective? Because all the times we like to say, hey, look, they're just playing basketball. They're playing a sport. I work for a living. Okay, Mr. I work for a living. Let's put you in that same sentence. You, at whatever job you work at, you've been accused of gambling and it goes against the company and they suspend you without pay and you go home. You're home for over 2 years. Now, I doubt you got enough money saved up to where you pretty much can survive. You're going to have to take out whatever little bit of 401k or whatever money you have laying around in access because you don't have money coming in. The way these sports contracts are written, if they don't play, they don't get paid. However, now your employer says, hey, look, you didn't gamble. We have the evidence here that you didn't do anything wrong. But then the federal government says, well, just because you can't find anything that he did wrong, we're still going to say he's wrong and pursue this. And now your job is saying, hey, look, your contract is getting ready to run out. And because your contract is expiring, even though you still may have something left in the tank, you can still help a team off a bench and be a six-man. They're still saying, no, the federal government, they've got eyes on you. And the last thing that we want them to do is come in here and look at our books. Is that fair to you? Of course not. I'll save you some time from trying to lie. However, I'd like to go ahead and get some feedback on this one. If you think Mr. Terry Rozier should sue the federal government, you know the drill. Again, if you are listening to this pod, get in the comments. Let us know that we get it right. What did we leave out? This is Big Vern. We talk back. We'll be back. Top of the hour. This is your boy